Hello, Shaker. It's Varsity hockey fans, and welcome into the J.M. Bartley Arena as your Red Raiders are getting set for another GLHL rivalry matchup against the Green Wave of Holy Name, one of those religiously affiliated GLHL rivals. The Shaker, of course, the only public school in the GLHL, fending for themselves after they got off to a poor start in the beginning after losing to squads like Walsh Jesuit 4-0, then losing to teams like Gilmore Academy 9-2. Shaker has been on the up and up, tying Gilmore Academy, one of the better teams in the state. Just a couple weeks ago here, they just barely lost to Sylvania Northview. However, last weekend, they had a poor performance in the Meadville tournament. They did beat this Holy Name Green Wave squad. Shaker went 1-1-1 in their regular play. Then after that, they got off to a poor start against Medina, though they ended up winning that game as well. Shaker has had a lot of success against the green teams like Holy Name, Strongsville, and that Medina Hockey Club squad, so they're looking to continue that streak of success against the Green Wave. Last time these two squads faced off, it was a 5-1 victory in the Meadville tournament. Of course, that very cold house of chills. Shaker was able to get that victory. Even though they had to win every single period to make the semifinal game, they were not able to do that. They won the first two periods 2-0, but in that third period, they ended up tying it 1-1. Shaker did not qualify for that semifinal game, but in the game before, they would have if it had just been different dates. They won that game 8-1 in the Michael A. Reese Arena, the Holy Name rink, and yeah, Shaker was just very dominant, even missing Connor Mayhew for that first period, just benched due to an occurrence that happened in the game prior to that, but Connor Mayhew went back in, and in those two other periods, he put on a show, and we're looking for him to do the same thing here as Shaker is in their third to last home game at the J.M. Bartley Arena. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to send you down to the ice as we get stadium announcements for the home game. Let's send you down.
Hello, hockey fans, to the J.M. Bartley Arena, the joint contest between the Holy Name Green Wave and your Shaker High Tide Red Raiders. As a member of the
Volume.
Your attendance is important to student athletes on the ice tonight's game. Both teams are expected to exhibit qualities to make one checker of the contest. The administration for both schools is from the ball game checkers. The officials assigned to this game event strength requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association have been approved by both schools by their report goal for today's game. The officials for today's game are Mr. Todd Alexander, Mr. James Kudak, and Mr. Brian Pearson. First, the starting lineup for the Holy Name Green Wave.
It's the girls,
Emily Section. At defense, number 11, Thomas Cardenas. At defense, number 56, Jackson Stewart. At center, number 18, Andrew Norris. At wing, number 8, Reed Bainer. At wing, number 14, Gabriel Schwartz. And the rest of the Green Wave. The Green Wave are coached by Ian Stefan and assisted by Justin Rose and Joe Lane. And now, with today being the Shaker Youth Hockey Day at the high school game, your starting lineup for the Shaker High Tide Red Raiders will be announced by our SYHA youth players.
Goalie, number 32, Michael Bader. Defense, number 11, Brayden White. Number 14,
Carson Sprang, Grant Michelle, Nathan Crispin, Anderson, Allison Hickey, and Frank Turner, Bob Collins, and George Williams. Now please rise, remove your hats, and join us in singing our national anthem.
And after the anthem of the nation, we are set for GLHL rivalry hockey between your Red Raiders and the Holy Name Green Wave. Their third meeting of the season. Shaker has so far outscored them 13-2 in their two meetings. Shaker looking to continue the streak of success since the Green Wave came back just 3 years ago. It was my freshman year and all these seniors' freshman year when the Holy Name Green Wave wasn't actually a part of the GLHL. They left for a rebuild type of year to build back this program, and then they returned into the sophomore year, but they haven't really been at that same competitive level. Of course, Shaker Heights ranked number 22 in the OHSAA state rankings, which is second to last compared to Holy Name, but they're all the way down there at number 47. The rest of them up in the teens, like Walsh Jesuit, Gilmore Academy, and Padua Franciscan. And with the loss of University School, it now means the Cleveland Cup feels like it's totally up for grabs this season, and Shaker just fighting for that good seeding. But again, with their starting performance, with losing to Padua 7-5 here in their first home game, and again, those big losses to Walsh Jesuit, Gilmore Academy, it's going to be tough to climb back in. They should still, however, beat the seeding of Holy Name, so we'll see where that would put Shaker Heights when we begin the season. There should be a play-in game for the 5 and the 4 teams, so it should mean Shaker Heights versus Holy Name. But we'll see how that all goes. Both centers drop in. Puck is dropped. We are underway after a little bit of a break. Now we are off to it. It's actually going to be a starting line of Sebi Juan, Connor Mayhew, and Colin Arth. Again, Bartley trying a little something different on his starting lines, and this is actually a line we saw at the very end of that U.S. game. He's going to try something out again. The starting line that time was a junior and 2 sophomores. Now we're going to get 2 seniors and a sophomore. Axel Schneider out with Moore and Lenahan. Here, set out in front. The Holy Name tried to get something going. Now they're going to wrap it around the boards. Lenahan trying to take it back, scooting it up to Joey Moore. Moore trying a centering pass over to Axel Schneider. It won't connect, so it'll drop back over to Cole Richard. Richard, the sophomore, pickpocketed that time by Gabriel Schultz. Schultz trying to take it in, but the other number 14 on the ice, Andy Benincasa, takes it away, gives it right back to Richard. Richard trying to bank it off the boards and find Axel Schneider down in stride on the near side boards. Going to miss the target. Now back around the boards, they're going to find Benincasa. Benincasa taking it up the left wing. Still struggling, but getting it past those Green Wave Holy Namers. Namers, of course, that New York Rangers style crest on their jersey. Going diagonally from one shoulder down to the belt. This one popped up into the air. It's in the Shaker Heights zone. Shaker not off to a very dominant start as they have been. Here's Aiden Salmon trying to catch this one in stride, but he's thrown off at first. He'll regain his footing. He's looking for the puck over there in the corner. He's getting it back over to Lenahan on the backhand. He tried to find the net, but unfortunately for him, just off target. He tries a cross ice pass, nobody home. Holy Name going to send it right to the stick of Braden White, dumping it right back in. So here's the line that's actually stayed very consistent. It's Lowell Rich, Ryan Kiltz, and Aiden Salmon. The one time we really saw this line get a different look. Here a rebound chance. Shaker going to get it back. The only time we really saw it change was during the Walsh Jesuit Greg Shoup Memorial Tournament. Here a shot from Braden White. Save made. Everyone wondering where the puck went. And eventually a Holy Namer going to dump this one down the ice. Taking a lot of bounces off the ice. But it will eventually reach down to Michael Better, who leaves this one for the icing. .12:53 to go in this first period of play. Thanks for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call at the J.M. Bartley Arena in Thornton Park. Out here in Shaker Heights, Ohio. They're trying to flip this one over to Elliot Hanna. He's going to be able to get back to it, give it over to his co-defenseman Dylan Ersepke, sophomore with freshman over there on the far side boards. Now a battle for the puck possession as Connor Mayhew and Colin Arth are trying to get it back. A lot of speed on this line, as we're going to see it right now on a good rush from Juan and Mayhew. Juan taking the shot, but a save made by Emily Sefcik. Along the far side boards, Mayhew unable to keep with it. Holy Name going to take it, try to clear it out of their zone. They're going to do just that. It'll go on net to Michael Better, who's going to leave it to his defenseman, Elliot Hanna. Now Shaker skating it from one blue line to the other with Colin Arth. Number 21 skating in, taking the shot. Very much off target, might have gotten a stick right in front, as now number 18, Andrew Norris, is battling for the possession up against Sebi Juan. Juan trying to take it along the far side backboards. Now back with Juan as he'll skate it to the near side corner boards. Try to get it to that point for Cole Richard, but it's picked up by Reed Fainer, one of the guys on the starting line for Holy Name. Going to dump this one into the corner and actually be the guy to give chase as well. 11:35 left to go in this first period of play. Sebi Juan trying to fish it out from the near side boards. He's going to get it up. Loose puck picked up by Joey Moore, and he's going to skate quickly over, taking the shot from the blue line as he enters in. Not a bad shot from Joey Moore. The puck in the net pick of the cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum. Or actually, no, excuse me. He went with Braden White. He switched it up last second. He went with the defenseman. Actually, only Colby Mayhew, I believe, decided to go with one of the first liners. He went with his brother Connor, who's already got a couple good shifts early in this one. Here, Holy Name on a 2-on-2 rush that should be offsides, and indeed it will be. Gabe Fernandez-Vick just a bit too antsy to go on the rush, and as he carries it in, Ben Rose just will be blown dead along the blue line. And so here's your puck in the net picks for the day. Of course, the cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum, went with Braden White, the defenseman. Colby Mayhew again with Connor Mayhew. Charlotte won. The student manager went with Ian Schneiberg. Here's a rush brewing. Ooh, Rich trying to find Kiltz across the slot. Salmon dropped back into the slot. At the high slot, now he's going to leave it to Ryan Kiltz, who's working his way back, trying to center it over. Almost hit off of a skate in front by one of the Holy Name Greenway members. Here it's back to the near side boards along the blue line. Salmon dumps it right back where it came from. 10.5 left to go in the first period of play. Kilt's going to pick this one up. He'll wrap it around the boards, finding Aiden Salmon. Salmon banks it off the boards, gets it to the point. Braden White with a hard shot goes wide, but it's still loose right out in front of the crease. Salmon looking on the backhand, trying to find it into the crease. That's my puck in the net pick, Aiden Salmon. And again, Ian Schneiberg, Charlotte Juan took, believing he's going to get a couple more shifts than usual against this Holy Name Green Wave squad. But out comes Connor Mayhew and Sebi Juan once again. Lowell Rich, the last player on that line, still giving chase. This good pass from Mayhew, finding Juan. Juan and Rich battling to keep with it. Rich going to be the man to get out of the scrum. Pass over to Mayhew. Mayhew trying to send that one on net. He won't be able to, as this one's sent down the length of the ice past Dylan Ersepke. With 9:41 left to go in the first period, Shaker in a tied affair. So yeah, Shaker in the last 3 years against Holy Name, they have not lost, but here's the thing, they haven't won by only one goal, and each time that they have played, Shaker has won by multiple goals. Their worst win, if you want to call it that, or I suppose the least goal differential, was 2-0 when they played in the Cleveland Cup last season. Here, a good pass up to Sebi Juan, hit a Holy Name stick, but he's still sticking with it. The quickness of Sebi Juan able to get around the defenseman, but one last effort of the defenseman will jab that one into the corner. Colin Arth back out with Juan and Mayhew. Holy Name going to try to bank this off the glass and send it down, and this should be an icing. We'll get the hand raised, the whistle, and the icing call. Face-off will go all the way back to the Holy Name side. 9:09 to go in this first period. You can hear the Shaker Heights youth hockey players making a lot of noise down there at the other side of the rink over near Michael Better, trying to amp up this Shaker Heights squad. You heard some of those players announcing the Red Raiders starting lineup. Here Cole Richard backing up to the near side boards. He forced a dump in. Andy Benenkasu gets there first behind the net of Michael Better. Getting back, now Cole Richard, who hits the ice. Here gives up a good chance, trying to center it over to the Holy Name Green Wave players there. Joey Moore with a big hit along the far side boards as he took down number 56, Jackson Stewart. He was a little slow to get up. Honestly, could have been a penalty. Typically, you'll see the referees call that type of penalty. Now the forward line, Isaac Lazar, actually a guy that had a hat trick in yesterday's JV game. We called that here at the JM Bartley Arena. A very fun game, Shaker beating Menor 6-0. Maybe he can pop another as he's out with some of the better players on this squad, or I suppose the most proven players on this squad, Ryan Lenahan and Joey Moore. But as we're saying this, I believe we're going to get a line change as the puck sails up and into the netting out of play. Lowell Rich, Aiden Salmon, Ryan Kiltz back out. 8:18 to go in this first period. Puck dropped. Holy Name sends it down with the captain, Thomas Cardenas, and it'll go as an icing once again. And that's mainly how Holy Name plays against Shaker Heights. It's going to be a lot of icings. Just trying to clear it out of their zone. Again, you typically see at least one goal coming from Holy Name. Again, the 2 goals being scored in the 2 games against Shaker. They're a hard shot from Braden White once again. But yeah, 8-1 Shaker beat Holy Name, then 5-1 Shaker beat Holy Name. The first one a GLHL game, the second a tournament game. Now we're back to a GLHL game. Lowell Rich thrown off the play by Reed Fainer, and Holy Name actually going to get a rush going the other way. This time it's with Norris. Norris looking for a shooting lane, but Braden White on a good back check gets back to it. Now he drops down to a knee. Closing off the shooting lane. Kilt's doing a good job pressuring Norris as well. Norris still sticking with it, and he's going to dump this into the far side corner. Maybe a shooting attempt, but a good stick lift from Salmon took it away. This one just barely going to hit that bench of the Red Raiders. It's technically going to be whistled out of play. Juan, Arth, Mayhew back out as forwards. Shaker off to a slow start against Holy Name. It seems pretty even so far early on. Face-off, one back here. It'll hit off of the blocker of Michael Better. Good save by the senior wearing number 32. The original shot from Bryce Herman on defense. Here, this one flipped up to Sebi Juan. Does he have the jets to get past Joey Wieland? He did, but he just underplayed the puck out in front of him. Now he'll send it over to Arth. Arth held up behind the net of Emily Sefcik. Arth going to get it back. Good quickness again from Arth, and this is why we believe that this line has been put together, because it is one speedy line here. Delayed offsides on the Green Wave. They're still pressuring in, but Shaker actually going to skate this one out with Dylan Ersepke. Ersepke taking it in, looking for a shot. He'll lose the puck before he pulled the trigger, but he'll get it back behind the net, looking for the pass out in front to Connor Mayhew. He'll lose it once again. Get the pass up to Arth. Arth hangs on for the shot. Good stutter step. Now here's a chance for Arth, but a save made by Sefcik once again. Elliot Hanna keeps it in at the point. Holy Name with a secondary chance, going to poke it out. Here, a shot from the red line, handled by Sefcik, leaves it to the defense. Holy Name dumps it down. This will be another icing on the Green Wave. 6:24 to go in this first period. 0-0, the current deadlock between GLHL opponents. Now the line back out, going to be Schneider, Lenahan, and Moore. We saw Lazar out at the right wing spot last time, but now Schneider back in. Face-off sent over to the near side boards, handled by Holy Name, and they dump it out, though Cole Richard takes it right in the neutral zone, gives it right back to the forward. Here, referee tried to jump over the puck as Moore was handling it over his way. Now he's still skating over to the referee. Referee just need to get out of the way, and eventually he's going to. Lenahan handles it behind the net, trying to do a deke move around the Green Wave defenseman, but behind the net, Axel Schneider joins the play, given up to the Green Wave. Here, a shot right off the mitt of Ryan Lenahan, and behind the net, he still handles it. Now trying to send it out in front as he's tripped up, no call. Now Joey Moore entering into the slot, taking the shot. Here's Richard, sending it into the top right corner. He scores! The defenseman on the goal. Some great accuracy from the sophomore on defense. He will give the Raiders the first goal of the game. And Colby Mayhew making his rounds as the flag guy. So good start for Shaker, of course. Would have been problematic had they given up the first one, considering that's just not the typical scene that we see from Shaker Heights and Holy Name. This one sent down the length of the ice. Icing waved off as Kiltz gets there first behind the net, leaves it to Aiden Salmon. Salmon to the slot for Lowell Rich to take a one-time shot. Not a whole lot of elevation, and it'll go wide either way. 5:20 to go in the first period of play. 1-0 Shaker leading. Into the far side corner boards. Ryan Kiltz hangs on with Aiden Salmon battling up against two Holy Namers. Who's going to get there first? Well, right now, a physical battle up against Ryan Kiltz. Referees staring intently, making sure no penalty is going to be assessed this time, as now all three Red Raider forwards join the battle. Still a lot of puck possession battle. Can the Green Wave take it away? Eventually they do, and they wrap it around the boards. My goodness, that was one of the longest board battles we've seen for puck possession. Here, Braden White trying to take it in from the point, but in doing so, it's poked right out of his possession and back into the neutral zone. Shaker needs to touch up on side as Holy Name dumps this one down. This should be an icing, and indeed, we'll get the whistle. 4:35 to go in the first period. Shaker with the 1-goal lead here in the first period. And now we're actually getting that first line look once again of Joey Moore, Ryan Lenahan, and Connor Mayhew. Joey Moore to take this face-off. On defense, first line as well. Cole Richard swoops in, trying to get a one-time chance. He's going to pull the trigger, but it hits wide off of Thomas Cardenas. Here, pass into the slot. Lenahan can't connect. 4:20 left to go in this first period. Richard throws a man down in the neutral zone and will eventually get back to the puck. He's got Joey Moore off the boards. He's going to try to get the pass over to him, but he won't connect. Here can become a good rush for Holy Name, but immediately shut down by the big man, Andy Benincasa, who pressures Kevin Schultz to make a bad pass right off of his skate. Now to the near side corner of the defensive zone. It's taken by number 8, Reed Fainer, but the save made by Michael Better. 4 minutes left to go in the period. Lenahan skates around one forward. It's a 3-on-4 rush as both of these forwards playing it back. Lenahan dekes around one man, tries to get around another, but it'll lose it into the corner. That pass over from Connor Mayhew will be saved and goes wide into the near side corner. 3:40 in the first period. Benincasa trying to build a rush for his forwards, but he's playing it aggressive as Mayhew sets up at the point. Lenahan leaving this to the opposite point for Braden White. Now Mayhew plays it back up. He's looking for a shooting lane as now he's going to work his way to the slot, trying to kick it back onto his stick. Braden White can't save it at the blue line. Good job by number 38, Kevin Schultz, but Shaker can catch him on a bad change. Here they come, Ryan Lenahan skating his way in, taking the shot. Shoulder save made by Emily Sefcik as the puck flies up and into the netting, out of play. 3:10 left to go in this first period. 1-0, the current score to the advantage of the Red Raiders. Here, Braden White with another shot from the blue line. Another save made by Sefcik right off the draw. A lot of hard shots from Braden White early on. He's looking to get that puck in the net pick. But nothing just yet. Here, Colin Arth from the corner, throw it into the boards. No penalty called. Could have been an elbowing, maybe a boarding, but the referee's not going to rule it as such. And that's honestly not exactly a bad thing. A lot of the referees of late have been calling things quite softer than usual. But today, they know they've got a GLHL rivalry game, and they know that every play counts. Here's Arth looking for the shooting lane. Max Brokaw trying to get the tip out in front, but it'll fly up into the netting once more. 2:36 left to go in the first period. Also a reminder, during the first intermission, or really at the very beginning of the first intermission, right after the first period, when time expires, we're going to be seeing the Always a Raider Award be presented to some of these Red Raider high school hockey players, being awarded for all of the amount of time, a lot of the dedication that they have given to the Shaker hockey program. We've seen a lot of these players get the award over the years, and we'll see who gets it this year as well, to all those players that have spent their many years as a part of this program. You'll see them. Will Detach will at the scorer's table do the honors of presenting those awards to the players. Here, Holy Name trying to send it down the ice, kept it in for the moment by number 14, Gabriel Schultz, but unable to keep it going down the line. Here, Cam Mayhew trying to dump it back in to the Holy Name offensive zone, but actually Holy Name's going to do that to Shaker, sending it into the offensive zone. Braden White handles, dumps it off the glass down the ice. This should be an icing on the Red Raiders, and indeed it will be. 100 seconds exactly left to go in this first period. Mayhew, Moore, Lenahan back out, as it looks like head coach Matt Bartley has given up on those switched up forward lines. And he just put his top 3 players back in, and this is the forward line 1. And I mean, they've had plenty of success. We saw them against Olentangy Liberty, one of the best teams in the state, really get the job done and tie one of those best teams in the state, coming back from a 4-1 deficit, almost winning at 5-4. Here, a pass out in front, and they find Joey Moore for the goal. Pass right out in front, good look, good pass across the crease. I believe it was Ryan Lenahan on the pass across. And Joey Moore will pop in goal number 2 with 1:26 left to go in the first period of play. And again, that's why you're putting these forward 3 back out there together. Here, Lenahan taking it off the draw, getting it over to Connor Mayhew. Deeks are on one man, nifty move, trying to find Lenahan out in front. Moore trying the last second poke. Now pass it up to Connor Mayhew. Save made. Up into the netting it goes. Mayhew looking in one shift to try and pop another goal into the back of the net. Unfortunately, not the case. A minute 16 to go in this first period. 2-0 now. Shaker Heights leading. Kind of start we saw against Holy Name in the Meadville tournament game just a week ago. Here, taking it from the point, leaving it to Benengasa at the middle of the blue line. Taking the shot went wide. Arth going to get back to it. Arth skating his way in, looking for the shot. Sefcik on the save, as the shot really went right in the center of the jersey. Here, trying to skate out of the zone. Andy Benengasa throws one of the forwards into the boards, ending that threat early. Cole Richard takes it back into the offensive zone, but it looks like they're going to just barely call it offsides. So far, goals coming from Cole Richard and Joey Moore, neither of whom have been puck in the net picks, but we'll see if anyone can get something going this time. Here we've got 2 puck in the net picks out in Braden White and Aiden Salmon. We'll see if they can do anything. Braden White, again, he's been taking a lot of hard shots on net. We'll see if he's able to get any here. Aiden Salmon trying to get mine, but a save made by Sefcik. And now Holy Name on a rush their way, trying to centering feed. Can't get through the skates of Braden White. Nifty move that time, though, from Reed Fainer. He had the right idea. Here, a shot from the point, just trying to sneak it in. Holy Name trying another centering pass as Better was out of position. He makes another save, and with just about 10 seconds left to go in the first, they blow the whistle dead as Michael Better will get a breather. He was under fire a little bit that time. First line forwards back out. On defense, Cam Mayhew and Braden White come out. And now this one's sent down the ice. Connor Mayhew going to try to get it back and create an offensive chance. Joey Moore joining the play as well, but in the face-off dot to the right of Sefcik. Holy Name takes it back over, get it down the ice, and that will mean time has expired on the first period shaker. Shaker in the first period of play got 2 goals, one from the defenseman Cole Richard, once from the forward Joey Moore on a beautiful assist across the crease. Again, we believe it was Ryan Lenahan, but now we're going to step aside, detach our audio. Maybe you can listen to a little Justin Timberlake before we get started as Crimea River plays out here at the JM Bartley Arena. We're going to detach, and the stadium announcer will get going with the Always a Raider award. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call, 2-0. Your Red Raiders lead it at home.
Welcome to the ice, your Shaker Heights Raider, Mike Blue. fans, we will now be announcing SYHA Always a Raider Award. As mentioned, this is a special award presented to Shaker Varsity players that played their entire hockey career at Shaker High. They will be presented by our esteemed hockey director, Michael Burr. Our first award is being presented to number 24, Max Brokaw. Max's favorite SYHA memory is beating Pittsburgh Bills in overtime with Silver Sticks and Davies to win a green hand. Max wants to thank his dad for coaching him, along with Coach Burr. Congratulations, Max. Our second award goes to number 17, Aiden Derby. Aiden's favorite memory is SYHA scoring a hat trick at 10 and playing the game on a Freedom Monster ice at the Q. Aiden would like to thank his first coach, John Horgan. Congratulations, Aiden. Our next award goes to number 28, Lincoln Goldstein. Lincoln's favorite memory from SYHA was winning the Silver Sticks tournament and taking his life. Lincoln would like to thank Coach Brokaw and Coach Bird for their support. Our next award goes to number 1, Mario Samaritans. Mario's favorite class memory was a famous butt save in the Mike Silver Sticks game against Shaham and winning the CSNL championship winners in the last 2 game years, including an undefeated season in his last year. He wants to thank his parents for believing in him, spending way too much money on gold gear, buying large cars to accommodate his gigantic bag, and stressing through all of those games with him. He wants to thank his SYHA coaches, Coach Brokaw, Wheeler, Bird, Denmark, and Greenberg for supporting him and building his team over the years. That's a fishing party. Our next award goes to number 13, Isaac Kuzar. Isaac's favorite memory from 2000 was scoring a hat trick at Notre Dame Ice last year and winning the CSHL championship at Phoenix. Want to thank Coach Bird, Coach Brokaw, Coach Jackson, and Coach Edwards. Congratulations, Isaac. And our final award goes to number 3, Noah Ryan. Noah's favorite SYHA memory was his first year playing. He won a game and won a rock and roll tournament. Coach he would like to shout out is Coach Bird. He's the coach that got Noah into hockey and supported him while he was working. Congratulations to all of our Always a Raider Award recipients.
Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the Thornton Park Ice Arena, the J.M. Bartley Arena here in Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights dominating Holy Name once again, as they have in their last many meetings. Shaker right now leads the stats as well. In shots attempted, they're leading at 23-8. Shots on goal, 17-3. And in face-offs, they're leading that as well, unlike how they have in the past few games. That has typically been their worst area, but they're still winning that 12-7, almost doubling them up in that category. Right now in power play, neither team has had the opportunity on the man advantage, though Shaker is doing just fine without. They have a goal from a defenseman, the sophomore Cole Richard. They've got a goal from the forward Joey Moore, and after that, no goals have been scored, but Shaker knows that they can win this game and that they should win this game, and they're playing like they are the better team. Again, number 22 in the state rankings. Holy Name down there at number 47, but we've still got half an hour of game clock coming your way between the GLHL rivals. This game going into their standings in the Great Lakes Hockey League, and we'll see if Shaker can go back into the win column in the GLHL. We're going to send you back down as we get the face-off going for the start of the second. Two nothing the score. Again, goals coming from Richard and Moore. None of the puck in the net picks have hit just yet, but we'll see what goes on here. They're going to go back to that different kind of forward line. It's going to be Connor Mayhew, Sebi Juan, and Colin Arth. Interesting look, especially because that first line, when it was rebuilt back to Mayhew, Moore, and oh my gosh, great save right there from Michael Better on a wraparound chance from Holy Name, and Holy Name is coming out buzzing right now. Holding it in the far side corner boards. Holy Name going to take it right back and look for another wraparound chance maybe, but a centering pass goes right off the stick of Connor Mayhew, and he's going to try to get a rush going the other way, though it's held up at the point. Benincasa gets it, banks it off the boards. Good rush here from Cole Richard, looking for goal number 2, but the save made by the glove of Emily Sefcik. .14-18 left to go in the second period of play. Ryan Lenahan taking this face-off up against Ben Rose, and Lenahan going to send this right on net to Sefcik, who uses the stick and pokes it into the corner. Wrapped around the boards, kept in at the point for now by Cam Mayhew, but then flung away to Axel Schneider, who plays it conservatively in the neutral zone. Now passed up, Joey Moore sends it down, icing waved off as he got the touch right in front of the red line of center ice. Less than 14 minutes to go in this second period of play. 2-0 Shaker Heights leading. Excuse it if there's any shaking of the camera right now. A lot of the youth players running around the rink. This one flipped up. Joey Moore going to handle it, trying to get it back over to Axel Schneider. He can't handle it. Lenahan taken down in the offensive zone, though he will recover, get back up, and get back to it. 13:30 left to go in this second period of play. Braden White trying to send this one down to Joey Moore. Unable to intercept that one was number 17, Bryce Herman, but they're going to get it back. And what are they going to roll this one? Not exactly sure why that one was blown dead. So yeah, I don't know why these kids are running around at the rink. If the camera isn't shaking, good. But yeah, if it is, that's why. Nothing we can really do about it. This pass cross ice goes off the stick of Ryan Kiltz to avoid the icing. Kiltz pressuring it over to Aiden Salmon, who's right there to pick it up, and he sends it over to Lowell Rich. Rich loses it on the pass over to number 38, Kevin Schultz. Schultz giving it up to Norris. Norris looking for a centering feed. Nothing doing as Rich gets him off the puck. Leaving it to Dylan Orsepke, one of the two defensemen out right now, working with Elliot Hanna on defense. Held up along the boards. Now out to Elliot Hanna. Hanna going to find Kiltz in stride down the far side boards. It's a 2-on-1. Kiltz going to take the shot, and he scores! Kiltz taking goal number 3 on a good rush with Aiden Salmon. But Kiltz decides not to go for the pass. He just pops it into the top right corner past Emily Sefcik, who can't beat her on the glove. 12:37 left to go in the second period. Three 0 now your score. The Red Raiders are leading it here at home. Benincasa held up along the near side corner boards where Connor Mayhew gets it free. Tries to wrap it back around for the forwards to try and go on another rush. But Cole Richard picking it up at the face-off circle, sending it up, trying to find Mayhew. Mayhew dekes around one man looking for the pass in the center, finds Juan. Juan beaten on a glove save. It's jarred free. But after the play is blown dead with 12:10 to go in this second period. 3-0 Shaker leading. Here a forward line going to be Isaac Lazar, Max Brokaw, and Ian Schneiberg. And here face-off taken over by Holy Name. They're going to wrap this one around the boards as Holy Name controls it and tries to clear it, but Benincasa keeps it in for now. Trying to send it back up to Isaac Lazar. Again, big hat trick last night for Isaac Lazar in the JV game against Menor as Shaker won at 6-0. A goal also coming from Max Brokaw. This one dumped right back into the Shaker offensive zone. Isaac Lazar hopefully not tired from yesterday's performance. Hopefully he's still got the momentum carrying in from that game. Here, Brokaw out with him as well. Out there in the same line in JV. Here, a good hit from Cole Richard at the point, throwing a man off the play as the puck was pressured out of the zone. Here, Schneiberg unable to keep up with it at the blue line. Dumped right back in where it came from by Andy Benincasa. He'll dump it in, but unfortunately this one behind the red line is going to be an icing on the Red Raiders. 11:25 left to go in this second period. Face off to the near side of Michael Better's net. To take this face off is Joey Moore. Axel Schneider and Ryan Lenahan out as forwards as well. Face off handled by Holy Name. They get it right in front of the crease, but Lenahan sweeps it away and onto his backhand tries to work around Ben Rose, but he gets it right back to his forward, sending it on net. That time was number 43, Gabe Fernandez-Vic, though it's held up by Michael Better as it took the lazy glide over. 11:13 to go in this second period. Face off taken by Holy Name once again. The shot goes right off of Michael Better, and it's swept away by Joey Moore, trying to give the loose puck over to Lenahan, but instead taken by Cardenas. The captain wraps it around the boards, finds Andrioli, who's pressured by Schneider to give it away. Lenahan on a no-look pass to Moore. Good look. Now here a shot from the point by Braden White goes wide. 10:50 to go in the second. Here a shot from Cam Mayhew was going wide, but it tipped off the stick of Lenahan anyway. Braden White almost played that a bit too aggressively at the point. Now this one going to go on net to Michael Better as Andrioli was making a rush right to the crease, though he just underskated the puck. 10:39 to go in this second period of play. Face-off, Fainer up against Rich, won by Fainer. Shot at the point goes up and, whoa, all the way up off the scoreboard. And that one took a fly up and in past the netting. Shaker referees getting a new puck here at Thornton Park, and they're going to deliver to the face-off man in stripes. Again, it's going to be Fainer against Rich. Referee telling the wingers to drop back. And indeed, they're going to. Here, face-off, won by Holy Name once again. The shot went wide after taking a tumble off of a couple of Holy Name guys right in front of the crease. Here, Kiltz trying to move it right past number 47, Joe Whelan. But still kept with Holy Name for now. Here's a shot, goes wide once again. Rebound chance off the backboard, but Holy Name unable to control it. And it'll go right to Lowell Rich. Can they catch him? It's Rich and Kiltz going 2-on-2. Now 3-on-2 as Salmon joins in, but Rich unable to move past that forward number 17, Bryce Herman on defense. Herman going to try and dump it, but it'll be kept in by Elliot Hanna at the point and wraps it back around. It'll find Aiden Salmon, the first guy there, battling against Whelan. Whelan beaten by Salmon, and at the point kept in by Hanna for the moment, though he's pressured by two Holy Namers. Kiltz coming in to join. trying to keep it with Shaker, and we'll see. Still a tie up along the boards. Kilt's keeping it in for now, sends it back to a Green Wave player, still kept at the blue line. Kilt's using his skate to kick it in, still at the blue line. And there, a last-second effort by Kilt's will actually kick it to Feiner. Feiner poked away from, puck glides into the near side corner board. Salmon bumped off the play. He had Lola Rich down the ice on a bad change. He's yelling for the puck, trying to get good opportunity, and now he's going to fan on a dump in and just hop off for a change. 9 minutes to go in the second period. Aiden Salmon still out there trying his luck at a wraparound shot. Not going to work out. Salmon now in the corner, leaves it to Max Brokaw. Brokaw looking for the tip from Isaac Lazar in front of the crease here. Lazar, and another chance. Save made by the right pad of Emily Sefcik. 8:45 to go in the second. To the near side, it's Aiden Salmon, Isaac Lazar, Max Brokaw. This one wrapped around the boards. Can Benincasa keep it in? Yes, he can at the point, and he's got a lane to shoot it. He'll take it. Blocker save by Sefcik once again. And now it's going to be sent right into the leg of Benincasa once again. Brokaw with a nifty move around a Holy Namer. But now a secondary effort by Andrew Norris going to send this one down the ice. And now Salmon hops off. Fury comes on. Pass up to Isaac Lazar, immediately picked up by Norris. And Holy Name going to try their luck at a good offensive attack, though. Good work by Cole Richard, the sophomore defenseman, who's already got a goal here today. Going to try a rush now. But once again, too many Green Wave players swarm the area. Less than 8 minutes to go in this second period. Here's a good pass. Shaker on almost a bad change. We'll see what they can do here. Norris gets his chance at a shot. It'll be tipped up and into the glass, into some of those senior banners of the players. I believe that hit right off of Joey Moore. Shaker trying to clear it right here. It's with the captain, Benincasa, at the point. And once again, it's going to be a battle along the blue line. Mayhew just gets his stick between the legs of a Holy Namer, and he's going to try his luck. Here he goes. A good deke move, taking the shot, and tries to free it back up to the point where Holy Name will control it. And it looks like we're going to have a hooking penalty on the Green Wave. First penalty of the game comes in just over halfway through this one. Going to be, yes, indeed, number 11 on a hooking. Number 11, Thomas Cardenas, the captain on the hooking. So Shaker with first chance on the power play. Let's see what they can do. Immediately cleared, actually, by Shane Andrioli. He split this dump right between Cole Richard and Joey Moore. So they need to work their way back as Joey Moore takes it, wraps it around for Cole Richard. Almost a lazy give to Cole Richard. He'll end up getting there, but he had to hustle a little bit too hard for it. Here, Benincasa, just in front of the red line, dumps this into the offensive zone. Lenahan's going to be the first guy there. Gives it over. Connor Mayhew. Mayhew tries to find it back up to the point. Cole Richard wasn't set there like Connor Mayhew thought he was going to be. So now they need to retreat once again on a misplay from the Red Raiders. Here, Cole Richard skating around in his own zone. He'll pass it cross ice, finds Mayhew. Mayhew taking his way in. He's the man that drew that penalty, took the shot, glides off of a stick in front. Now this one flipped up out of play into the netting. 6:35 to go in this second period. Referees needing to get a new puck. .71 seconds left to go on Cardenas' penalty time. Shaker already up by 3, looking for 4. Rich trying to win this face-off, trying to find Sebi Juan, and he's unable to make good contact in front of the crease. Holy Name takes it from the corner, dumps it all the way down to Michael Better, exiting out of his crease, leaving it to his defenseman, Cam Mayhew. Mayhew sends it up. Past the stick of a Holy Namer. Rich gives it to the center for Colin Arth, trying to split the two defensemen, who's held up a little bit and thrown right into Emily Sefcik. Luckily, they're both all right and recover after the tumble. Here's Sebi Juan trying to make the physical play and free it out to his forwards. He will indeed to Lowell Rich. Rich to Cam Mayhew. Mayhew looking for an open lane shot. He'll take it right as it closed to Andrew Norris. Off of his skate, it'll fly into the corner boards. Battle for the puck, trying to find Sebi Juan. Juan and White set up in the corner. Now Colin Arth set up at the point as he flipped with White. He'll take the shot as he works his way in but the save made once again by Sefcik. 20 seconds to go on penalty time as this one's dumped down. Braden White was going to be the first man there, but it was actually Green Wave player number 71, Ben Rose. 5.5 left to go in the second period. This pass intended target was Sebi Juan. He's not going to really get there, but here's a good effort by Braden White. Gives it over to Lowell Rich. He's got a chance, and the shot went wide to the right side. Great opportunity that time. White going to try his luck at a shot. It'll also go wide, this time to the left side. Cam Mayhew tries to dump it back into the offensive zone, but here comes Feiner trying to get it in. But his shot, I believe, tipped and it went wide. If not, it was a dump-in attempt. Here, Lenahan trying to find Lowell Rich. It'll go off of his stick to avoid the icing, and now here's a centering feed. Looking to Moore out in front. Not honestly a bad thought, just couldn't execute it. Here, Rich right out in front, trying to find Lenahan once again. Joey Moore wraps it back, finds Lenahan. Lenahan trying to get Lowell Rich right in front of the crease, but 3 Holy Namers right out in front. Here, Joey Moore hangs on in front. Cole Richard working his way into the crease, but can't connect on the pass. Shaker needs to retreat as it exits out of the zone. Good work by Shane Andrioli to force that one out. 4.5 remaining in the second period. This pass just out of reach of Connor Mayhew. Not totally sure why that one was blown dead. Wouldn't have been an icing. Face-off going to be all the way back into the Shakers zone. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why that one was blown dead at all. Regardless, it's going to be Norris against Lenahan on the face-off. Lenahan ties up Norris, leaving Benincasa to fly in and make the play. He'll wrap it around the boards. This should be an icing on the Raiders. We're going to have a face-off right where it just was. So Shaker up by 3. Goal in this period early on. And we'll see if they can double that lead from where it was when they entered into the period. 2-0, looking for 4-0 if they can get another one on. But here, Holy Name has different ideas as Norris tries a centering feed. Cannot connect. Here a pass up to the point, intercepted by Moore. Moore gonna leave it to Lenahan. Mayhew needs to get back on side, but he was just over with the right skate. He tried to retreat back in time. He anticipated the pass was coming his way, but instead Moore gave it to Lenahan, ending the rush. 4:05 left to go in this second period of play. 3-0, Shaker leading. Face-off will be to the near side. It looks like Connor Mayhew will go on the face-off. No, he's going to come over to the near side wing. Lenahan took it, but he lost it to Holy Name. Lenahan going to scoop it right back, take it across the blue line. This time just barely onside, but Holy Name taking it right back out on a dump. Picked up Lenahan right back into the neutral zone, looking for the centering feed to Mayhew, who was tied up. Not honestly the smartest pass, as he was very much not open for the play. Benincasa and Lenahan work together. Lenahan on a chance on the shot. Good save made by Sefcik. Not a bad move. A lot of open ice in front of Lenahan, in front of the crease of Sefcik. And as he worked his way in, he pulled the trigger, but the save made. Sefcik, one of the better goaltenders in the GLHL. She is definitely the smallest goaltender in the GLHL, but man, she tends to be the quickest. Great reaction time from Emily Sefcik. And that is why some of these games can be really competitive, especially with the way that her defense and offense just has not been at all productive. This one flying up and out of play once again. Face-off will be back in the Green Wave zone. With the way her team in front of her has been unproductive, she has honestly kept them in it for the most part. Good work by Emily Sefcik, the backbone, of this Green Wave squad. Here behind the net, held with Schneider, looking for a centering feed. Could not connect with Colin Arth as it escapes. Back to the neutral zone. Hannah unable to get it out to his forwards. But here Sebi Juan creates the turnover. Banks it off the boards, trying to get it back to himself. Norris says no. Gets it right back to the Green Wave. And now here with Feiner as he back skates into his zone, but it looks like in doing so, he risked the offsides, and the referees blew it dead. 3 minutes to go in this second period. Face-off will be right outside the Red Raiders zone. Forwards now going to be Rich, Salmon, and Kiltz. Rich to take this face-off up against Norris. Rich going to win it back, but not a whole lot behind it. but Shaker will recover. Here, Kiltz making his way in. Looks like it was just barely offsides. Once again, this time it's going to be on Red Raiders along the Green Wave blue line. Face off, won by Lowell Rich. Gets it back to Braden White. White leaves it to Salmon. Salmon tries to send this one up, and that was definitely onside. I'm sure I saw some blue around the puck, but they once again call it offside. Referee's a little offside happy today. Face off, handled by Holy Name. Pass up to Feiner. Feiner taking it to the near side, looking for a pass, but no forwards out in front of him. Shaker going to create the turnover and try to clear, though Kiltz can't get it past Whelan. He drops it back to White. White gets it up off the stick of Aiden Salmon. He's going to win the race there, getting possession behind the net of Sefcik. He'll center it himself. Off the back end, he's trying to pass over to Lowell Rich, but it's handled by the goaltender, Emily Sefcik. 2:24 to go in the second period. Face-off, once again, won by Holy Name as they wrap it around, and they're going to be able to clear it once again. Shaker struggling on the face-offs late in this second period. Haven't been able to get a whole lot of possession off the draw. Here's Schneiberg out there with a sort of fourth line, just barely missing the netting, so it's kept in play. Here at the point, kept in by Richard as he banks it off the glass. Kept in for now. Wrapped back around. Schneiberg. Isaac Lazar going to try to get there first. He'll lose the race, but Benincasa keeps it in at the point once again. Gets it to Isaac Lazar, who whiffs on his centering feed. He'll get it back. Though pickpocketed now behind the net of Sefcik. Keeping it in again is the captain, Benincasa. He'll kick it back into loose ice as now he's held up into the corner. Max Brokaw and Benincasa free it out to Isaac Lazar, though Holy Name with a rush. Here they come with Shane Andrioli. Andrioli dekes around Cole Richard, and it's just barely going to be offside once again. 86 seconds to go in this second period. Face off right outside the Red Raider blue line. Going to be handled by Norris, but immediately poked out. Back to the defenseman, Jackson Stewart. Now behind the net of Michael Better. Braden White going to take it over. Ryan Lenahan now going to handle it along the blue line. And Connor Mayhew sends it up. Joey Moore, excuse me, some of the youth players. Join me up here in the press box for a minute. Joey Moore back to it in the high slot of the Red Raider zone. Gets it loose out to Lincoln Goldstein. Goldstein tries to find Connor Mayhew. Hits him in stride, but now Lenahan with the puck, battling with Mayhew. Not against him. This one loosed out to Joey Moore, and right in the center of the face-off circle, is able to make the shot. Good work in the slot. Joey Moore was set up. Mayhew on a beauty of a pass, and they got it done for goal number 4. 4-0. Shaker Heights leads now against the Green Wave. 41 seconds to go. Also good work by Lincoln Goldstein. First shift of the game, he was able to add to that plus-minus total. As only a freshman, he hasn't gotten too many minutes, but there he's going to help out his stats a little bit. Benincasa using his strength, just keeping onto the puck for the moment. Kick save made that time by Sefcik as he pulled the trigger, making his way into the blue line there. One of the forwards brought down. It was Axel Schneider taken down, but loose back out to Axel Schneider on the far side boards, keeping up with the play. Good work. Here, Arth tripped up. No call. With 10 seconds left to go in this second period, it's going to be Gabriel Schultz working his way against Andy Benincasa, who throws him into the boards. You could hear some of those youth players loving it along the boards, making it known that they love that hit. And as this one's held up along the boards, it's going to be held on, and Shaker will exit with a bigger lead than which they started this second period. They double it up. 2-0 we enter in, 4-0 we leave this middle frame of 15 minutes. Thank you very much for tuning in. A lot of goals, actually 2 now from Joey Moore. And we've got a long intermission coming your way. Of course, we always had we already, excuse me, had the Always a Raider awards, but this time it's just going to be a regular intermission as we get the Zamboni ice cuts immediately as these players make their way to the locker room. Thanks for tuning in. Von Ullum on the call. Shaker leading the GLHL game against the Green Wave 4-0 with 15 minutes more to come. Hello, Shaker Heights Varsity hockey fans. Welcome back into the J.M. Bartley Arena. Shaker Heights having another dominant performance against the Green Wave of Holy Name, a GLHL rival. This game, unlike the last one, which was a tournament game, this one actually counting towards the seedings that go into the GLHL Cleveland Cup in early February. But right now in this game, Shaker Heights leading the shots attempted, more than doubling them up 38-16. And shots on goal, they have over 20 more than them, or I guess 20 more than them, 26-6 in shots on goal. And then when it comes to faceoffs, 23-17. And so Shaker doing just fine, especially in all of their, in being disciplined as well. Right now they are doing just fine. They have gone 0 for 1 on the power play, but they haven't had any penalties go against them. So here we go for the final 15 minutes. We're going to send you down to the ice to get things going for the final period. "15 minutes left to go in the third and final period of play. 4-0 your score." Face-off handled by Sebi Juan, and we're back to it here for the final frame of 15 minutes. Sebi Juan looking for a centering feed to Colin Arth, but he won't connect, so Arth going to take it back himself. Finding Sebi Juan in the slot, he's got no shooting lane, especially if he has to backtrack. Connor Mayhew way deep into the offensive zone. They're going to need to touch up as this one's cleared. Back on sides, just barely. Colin Arth skating his way in, bumped into the boards. He'll give up the puck, but Connor Mayhew takes it right back. Arth getting the play once more. He tried to drop this back to the point, but again, nobody there as Cole Richard and Andy Benincasa were playing it too aggressive and weren't set up where their forwards thought. Here a pass goes right off the blocker of Michael Better. Connor Mayhew going to take it on a whiffed shot. He's moving with Sebi Juan. Sebi Juan just barely keeping his way onside. You can see him drag the foot across the blue line. And at that time, Connor Mayhew tried to deke around a Holy Namer, wasn't able to make his way towards the crease any further. Here's a good shot on Michael Better, that time from Thomas Cardenas, but the save made once more by Michael Better. 13:57 left to go in this third and final period of action. Thank you very much for tuning in here from the J.M. Bartley Arena. Looks like Lenahan going to give up this face-off. He's giving it over to Joey Moore, who's going to be up against number 18, Andrew Norris. Face-off handled by the Green Wave. That shot went wide. Taking it over, going to be Braden White. White skating his way forward, tripped up, no call. Braden White trying to take this one back as it entered into the offensive zone. Here a pass off the boards, and now Green Wave going to try to take something for themselves. Though again, just no offensive attack really getting set. And well, plays like that are exactly why. There Joey Moore losing his stick. He's going to hop off for the change as Lowell Rich and Axel Schneider, the other forwards, with Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan skating his way into the offensive zone, tries to work around one man, and in doing so, he's going to get the puck back into the defense, or into the offensive zone corner boards. Lenahan throwing off the play, but he'll get it to the point for Braden White, whose shot is blocked by a stick. Behind the net, Lowell Rich taken down to the ice. Axel Schneider and Lenahan, all three forwards, playing it behind the net. Holy Name going to get it back and wrap it around down the ice. Icing going to be waved off. Not exactly sure why, but now Braden White quickly tries to hustle back to top speed and get to the puck. He'll find Ryan Lenahan back up at the blue line. Pass up to Ryan Kiltz, though he's not able to handle it as the puck escapes his grasp. 12:40 to go in the third period. Holy Name controls it as they bring it right back out of their zone. Good work, Michael Better, that time to just use the stick and jab it away from any harm. Here, Dylan Ersepke and Elliot Hanna, the sophomore and freshman, out on defense. This pass goes off the boards to Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz using the backhand, tries to find Elliot Hanna, not able to really connect as there was a Green Wave player right in front. Here, Shaker on an icing? No, it's waved off. So we play on from the far side corner boards. Salmon going to take it. Just pokes this one back over to Ryan Kiltz, who's thrown off the play, though Lowell Rich will recover for his team. The centering feed, going to find Salmon eventually as he flips this on the backhand right to the 5-hole of Emily Sefcik, who closes it up for the save. Elliott Hanna wraps it back around. Aiden Salmon going to be the first guy to pick it up behind the net. Not a whole lot of urgency from either squad to try and get to that puck. But now Lowell Rich going to handle it, giving it to Kiltz. Kiltz wraps it back around. Holy Name might have an opportunity this time to clear the zone, but no, Orsepke played it aggressive. Salmon worked it still at the point here. Orsepke on a shot. It's tipped, goes wide off the glass. Holy Name with another opportunity to clear it here with Feiner. Feiner's going to clear this one down out of reach of number 71, Ben Rose. It'll go as another icing on Holy Name. Not sure what the count is for that, but you already know that Holy Name has plenty more than Shaker. 11:20 to go in the third. Shaker leading this one 4-0 in the GLHL rivalry game. Arth taking this face-off, tied up by number 71, Ben Rose. It's wrapped around for Connor Mayhew to pick up on the corner boards to the right of Emily Sefcik. But this is going to clear as the pass works off a skate of a Holy Namer in front of the crease. Holy Name trying to clear the zone right off of the body of Sebi Juan, trying to dangle around one guy, unable to do just that. So he's going to need to go right back to his defenseman, Cole Richard, on a one-time chance. He was looking for a hard shot to go through. Once again, he was looking for goal number 2 on the day. Holy Name clearing this one down. They would have had 2 players beat Cole Richard. But instead, it's going to be, once again, an icing on the Green Wave. 10:45 left to go in this third period of play. The forward line out, Schneider, Moore, and Lenahan. On defense, Cam Mayhew, Braden White. Face-off taken over by Holy Name. Again, the face-offs have been the worst part of Shaker's game here today. Had a rough go, especially at the end of that second period. Holy Name was winning them all, it felt like. And now Holy Name unable to get back to it first as Lenahan turns on the Jets. And though he's a big man, he's able to move this quickly and trying to get it out of the zone. He's held up at first, but Joey Moore joins in the battle and gets it past. Here Axel Schneider drops it back off to Joey Moore. Moore was looking to go back up to the point, but nobody there. He has to rethink his choice. He gives it to Lenahan behind the net, though he's got nobody open. And Holy Name dumps this one down. Well, how about that? Another icing on Holy Name. 10:04 to go in this third period. Shaker up 4-0. Lowell Rich taking the face-off up against Norris. Andrew Norris going to handle it at first, but Shaker takes possession back, looking for a centering feed, either over to Ryan Kiltz or Aiden Salmon. No, the pass won't exactly hit either of them. Here Kiltz looking for a shot. He was going to whack this one down by the stick and get it down to Aiden Salmon. Picks it up, looking for the shot. Glove save made. Emily Sefcik keeping it 4-0 for now. As a couple guys took a tumble, Lowell Rich and number 17, Bryce Urban, popping back up. And now it looks like we're going to get a couple changes on the Holy Name side of things. So now it's going to be a face-off against Rose and Rich. Rose tried to clear it immediately off the face-off, though it opened up a shot for Cam Mayhew as he took possession on the blue line. Here Salmon gives it back behind the net for Lowell Rich, who tried to pass back in the crease. Unfortunately, no one able to make contact. Holy Name's defense locks up again. Only 12 seconds off the clock during that play between face-offs. Max Brokaw, the freshman, to take this face-off with Isaac Lazar to his right and Eamon Fury to his left. Elliott Hanna on the shot. Save made with the left pad of the Holy Name goaltender, Emily Sefcik. There, number 43, taking a fall down to the ice. It was Fernandez Vick hitting the ice, who allowed Shaker to get an extra rush. Here, Isaac Lazar thrown down to the ice. A bit of a hit up high. Looks like there's going to be a penalty here. Elliott Hanna with a secondary chance as the save made by Emily Sefcik. Now play blown dead as Isaac Lazar, the freshman, drew the penalty. The man actually going to the box. It's actually going to be for an elbowing on number 47, Joey Whelan. And he knew it too. 9:06 to go in the third period. Shaker with their second opportunity on the power play. They're 0 for 1 so far, looking to go 1 for 2 after these next couple of minutes. Now the Holy Name head coach wanting a couple of words with the referees. He must not agree with the call, but if we know anything, referee's not going to change his mind. Michael Better taking a skate around his own zone, trying to keep warm. He hasn't faced a whole lot of shots during this game. Again, only 6 shots on goal through the first 30 minutes. Now the Holy Name coach going to retire from the conversation. And face-off taken over by Joey Moore. Moore going to handle it off the draw for the moment. Referee right in his way. Joey Moore with great work to get it back, and now he's got a chance on the shot, and he sends it top cheese. A hat trick for Joey Moore. 3 on the day, and this game goes 5-0 with 8:56 to go in the third. Beautiful stuff from Joey Moore, and that was all him after that faceoff. Tied up on the draw, was able to get back to it on the far side boards, deked around one man, or not really, just mainly made a physical play against that one defenseman, worked his way back to the puck in the faceoff circle, worked his way into the slot, took the shot, and made it 5-0. Beautiful work from Joey Moore, never gave up on that play. Excuse me, a bit of an audio issue that time. Here we are back with it. Sebi Juan from the red line of center ice. Getting it to Axel Schneider. Schneider taking the rip. Hits off of the lower part of the blocker, and it'll clear outside of the zone. Good work by Emily Sefcik, keeping this 5-0. 8 minutes to go in this third period of play. This one sent down the length of the ice. Icing's going to be waved off as it hit a Green Wave player. Jackson Stewart first back for the Green Wave. Arth pressuring to get that puck back, but he's beaten by Stewart. He'll get it up to one of his forwards who cleared out of the zone. No, just kept in for now by Lowell Rich and Colin Arth. Arth holds up along the boards, evades a hit. Good work by Arth, but now he's going to dump it further into the zone for Lowell Rich to take, throwing a man into the boards. Good hit by Lowell Rich, but it looks like they're going to call a penalty on that hit. Lowell Rich pleading his case with the referee, wondering why that was a penalty. Honestly, it just looked like a decent hit from here. Maybe it was just something after the original hit, just try to knock him down a little bit after the fact. 2 minutes in the box for Lowell Rich. And now here, Kilt's going to take it right off the draw, trying to split the 2 defensemen, and it looks like he's going to here. And dropping it back to Joey Moore. Moore tries to wrap it back for Kilt. Shaker going to go on the attack here, sending it back Joey Moore. Moore behind the net, looking for a wraparound chance, but no forwards out in front. Frees it out to the point for Cole Richard, unable to make the shot happen. The net way out of position. So the referees blow this one dead. A minute 43 left on penalty time. Right off the face-off, Sebi Juan moving it, held up on the move into the crease, and it looks like this one blown dead once again. Net out of position again, man. Referees needing to get that locked into place. Keeps happening on great Shaker shorthanded chances. 7:15 to go in the third period. Taking it off the face-off is Colin Arth. Arth working his way in, taking it off the backhand, and it just goes across the crease. Good shot by Colin Arth. Great opportunity. Cole Richard continuing the attack. Sends it to Colin Arth on the one-time chance. Secondary chance on his knees. He gets the second shot off, but now Holy Name going to counter. But tripped up is that one forward, number 14, Gabriel Schultz. No call. Colin Arth back to it behind the net, trying to leave it to his sophomore defenseman, Richard, who's already got a goal, and Richard behind the net. cannot split the two. Holy Name forwards. Holy Name with a chance here, right at the crest of Michael Better. He makes the save to the near side post. 6:36 to go in the game, a minute remaining in penalty time. Handling this after the face-off for Sepke. Sepke gives it to Lenahan. Lenahan dumps this. Actually, it'll go on net. So Sefcik needing to use the stick to send it into the corner where a harsh hit goes on Connor Mayhew. He's slow to get up, but Lenahan, on the other hand, sends it top cheese, scores the goal. But everyone a little concerned about what happened to Connor Mayhew in the corner. He's slow to get back to it. Needing to find his mitt back in the corner. You can see him taking that slow stride back to the bench as, again, he took a tough hit. So short-handed goal goes to Ryan Lenahan. 6-0 goes your score, which should mean that running clock is going for the final 6:20, unless Holy Name moves it back into a 5-goal deficit. Holy Name handles it right here. It's with Feiner. Feiner looking for a centering feed. Keep in mind, Holy Name still on the man advantage for the next 30 seconds. They leave it to Feiner. Centering feed into the slot. The shot goes wide to the right side. It's with Joey Whelan. Took a penalty earlier. Connor Mayhew right back to it. He leaves it to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan back Mayhew. Mayhew needs to hold up along the blue line, delayed offsides. Lenahan needs to work his way back into the neutral zone, but Holy Name going to take it. And along the blue line, Whelan unable to keep with it. So Goldstein takes it around the boards, finds Sepke. Sepke clears it out of the zone. Into the neutral zone, handled by Stewart. Stewart right back into the Red Raiders zone. 5:30 left to go. Bank off the boards, finds Lowell Rich, though he's hit right down to the ice in the neutral zone. Tries to get back to it. But here Andrew Norris going to clear it out of the Holy Name zone. Right to, this time, Fernandez Vic. Physical play up against the Red Raider bench. Salmon battling for the puck possession. Finds Rich. Rich sends it cross ice. Kiltz is going to be the man to take it in. This should be offsides, and indeed it's going to be as Kiltz takes a hit a little bit after the whistle. Five minutes left to go, but keep in mind that clock going to tick down. With the 6-goal differential, the clock will continue to roll. Now Aiden Salmon along the blue line tries to get an offensive chance. Again, that's the puck in the net pick. Don't believe any puck in the net picks have tallied one here today. And this is going to be offsides, at least it should be, or no, they call it on. Max Brokaw with an opportunity here. Kept in at the blue line for now. Kiltz took the rip at it. Save made by Sefcik as it made its way through the traffic. Here a good hit being laid down by Max Brokaw. They need to touch up back on side. Braden White now gets this one in. Once again delayed offsides on Shaker, 4:10 to go in this third period. Holy Name sends this down the ice, hit off of a Red Raider stick with 4:05 to go in this third and final period. Behind the net, Braden White going to take it. Dump this one all the way down. Finds Ryan Kiltz in the neutral zone. Kiltz with another opportunity. Tried to flip this one up, but it'll instead go over the crossbar. Now here, the pass out in front. Can't find Brokaw. Salmon picks it up in the corner, throwing into the boards, but he's still on his feet. Salmon still sticking with it. Salmon going to center it himself, looking for the shot chance. No, he gives it to Kiltz. Kiltz on the back end. Unable to find anyone to make that shot. He has to take it himself, but he's unable to make the play. Salmon back to it in the far side corner boards. Poked away from, kept in at the point here by Cam Mayhew, who wraps it back around. Loose puck picked up by Holy Name, but Kiltz gets it on the wraparound. Here, two Holy Namers against two Red Raiders. Holy Name going to try to clear it away, and eventually they're going to with Ben Rose. Is this going to be an icing? No, they call it wave. They say it's waved off, and so 3 minutes to go in the third period. There, a hit being laid down in the Red Raider defensive zone. Braden White trying to get back to it in the neutral zone to create an offensive chance. Here, somehow onside this time. This will be delayed offsides as Whelan tried to enter in. So they touch back in the neutral zone, but Shaker stops with the possession and tries to slow things down in their own zone as they get over to Eamon Fury, try to deke around one man, and that was Andrew Norris. Bumped off the play as he sends this one into the Holy Name zone. And Holy Name going to get a face-off back in that offensive zone as Shaker ices this one over to Emily Sefcik's side. 2.5 left to go in this third and final period of play. Shaker leading this one 6-0. And again, that's why we got the running clock. So 2:20 now left to go. Shaker getting a couple late changes, keeping Schneiberg and Fury. Schneiberg and Fury out on the ice. 2:07 to go as the puck is finally dropped. Holy Name wraps this one around, finds the captain Andy Benincasa first. And now it's going to be Ryan Lenahan taking it through the neutral zone. Fury going to keep it in at the blue line, delayed offsides. They touch back up between the blue lines. Lenahan with a backhand pass onto his own stick. Nifty move, trying to create the offensive chance. Now he's just kind of showing off against this Holy Name squad. Here a centering feed, going to go from corner to corner across the slot. Cole Richard looking for the shooting lane, but Holy Name now creates a 3-on-1 rush if they are here. It's Andrew Norris. Norris looking for the centering feed, and across the crease. They can't find it. The save made by Michael Better that time. It was Norris looking for Feiner, but the shot can't find its way through. There's Schneiberg somehow still standing tall after the hit. Right along the Red Raider blue line, but Holy Name not giving up yet, trying to get this game back to a 5-goal deficit if they can, looking for one final tally in the third period, but Shaker going to try to do the same. Here Lenahan trying to take it out of his zone, unable to do so as he doesn't go for the pass. Now Schneiberg takes it, dumps it into the Holy Name zone. It's going to be Lenahan, Juan, and now Schneider, the forwards. Schneider keeping it in at the blue line for just about 2 seconds before Holy Name clears it out. But back with Juan in the zone. And then Lenahan trying to tap this one forward to Axel Schneider. Not enough oomph on it. Delayed offsides for Holy Name. They touch up in the offensive zone. The clock will still roll. Holy Name getting some changes. Honestly, just expiring some more time as they try to get their final goal, if they can, get one. Here, Shaker handles it. Elliot Hanna gives it over to the defenseman Orsepke. Orsepke looking for Sebi Juan. This should be an icing on the Red Raiders, and indeed it will be. Face-off going to be taken all the way from one side of the ice to the other. Both squads getting set as time will expire with the running clock. Even though play was dead, the time will expire. So Shaker with another big-time victory over the Green Wave, getting them another GLHLW, which is going to be their second after sweeping the Green Wave. Of course, they did beat Walsh Jesuit, but not as a GLHL game. That was a part of a tournament, same as Holy Name. So it's only going to be 2 wins for Shaker so far in the GLHL. They've still got 3 more games in the GLHL to try to get something done, or excuse me, 2 more in the GLHL to try and get something done. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call from the JM Bartley Arena. Let's give you the stats before we head off. Shaker just leading about everything. They led shots attempted 52 to 32, shots on goal 35 to 12, and then the face-off, Shaker actually came back and did well to come back winning that stat by 10. 33 to 23 was your final in that. Shaker also scored 1 on the power play with Joey Moore getting his 3rd and final goal on the man advantage. He got the hat trick here today. Good stuff from Joey Moore. He's been slow to produce a lot of goals. He's gotten a lot of assists with Ryan Lenahan and Connor Mayhew on that first forward line, but Joey Moore, we were waiting to see him pop a couple more goals and get some great offensive games. Hopefully he can take, even though it's a game against the Green Wave, which is the least, apparently, according to the OHSAA state rankings, Holy Name the lowest of them all. Shaker could still use that momentum out of this victory, especially after the 6-0 loss to US just on Friday, taking a 6-0 game their way against Holy Name. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We're going to see you for a special weekday game against Walsh Jesuit on Tuesday. Game should be set around 7:15 as we're going to get another GLHL rivalry. Hopefully Shaker can snatch a W W and get some revenge on their last GLHL loss to Walsh Jesuit. We'll see you then.